welcome. This is the War Duck, and we are back, and it is time for our weekend ride. So we're about to head out, and it is a gorgeous, beautiful day out there today. Wonderful riding weather. So here we're going to go out there and see if we can't do better than we did last time. I'm going to take a little bit of the same path. I'm going to try to explore just a little bit more. So yeah, hope you enjoy the ride. All right, here we go. Back on the bike. All right. Oh man, wonderful day today. Just kind of gonna take it easy. Just ride a little bit. Work on our clutch hand. Wow, it's windy. Very windy today. Oh, wonderful day though. It's nice. Actually, the breeze kind of keeps you cool a little bit. I did bring some Gatorade out with me, that way I can rehydrate myself. Last time I got a little parched there. All right. Man, put a workout on your legs. Really need to get in shape. Would make riding a hell of a lot better, but Alright, so let's see. I think the topic today from Lady Vamp was how did I meet my wife? Well, let's see here. So I was working in a VA center, and my boss was very into church. He's always trying to get me to go, and some things had happened in my life prior to that where I had kind of excluded everybody from my life a little bit because of some things that were going on. So finally at one point he had just been like, look, why don't you go to church with me? You know, what do you got to lose? And I finally just gave in. I was like, fine, I'll go to church with you. So the first time I went, it was okay. You know, I mean, it wasn't anything, you know, extraordinary about it. But you know, it's like, okay, this wasn't so bad. You know, not as bad as I remember it being, at least. And then. So I was like, okay. And then the second time, he was like, hey, there's somebody I want you to meet when you go there, though. And I was like, okay, well, I'll show up a little bit early to the coffee time and stuff and see if we can't meet whoever it is. And so the person that he wanted me to meet wasn't there. Oh. Alright, and I was like, okay, you know, no big deal. Like I said, church wasn't so bad, and generally people kind of left me alone a little bit. So that's kind of, you know, let me go and do the church thing on my own is kind of where I was at. And then, so the third time I went, we walked in and everybody was, you know, having their coffee and whatnot and everything, and the praise band was up there practicing, and he was like, oh, hey, come in here real quick. And so I went into the main room, and I looked up, and there was this girl playing guitar and singing, and I was like, wow, Ken, who's that? And he's like, yeah, that's who I wanted you to meet. And I was like, okay, who is she? And he's like, well, her name's November. And I was like, okay. So she comes right down, and so we kind of meet and we talk a little bit, and I was like, okay, you know, let's kind of progress this a little bit. So sorry, I had a bug on my visor. It was bothering me. So after church, we talked some more, and I was like, you know, if I give you my phone number, will you give me a call? And she's like, sure. So, okay, because for me, I felt like if you ask a girl for their number, she may give it to you. That doesn't mean she really wants you to call her or anything. She just, sometimes they feel obligated. So I was kind of like, if I give a girl my number and she doesn't call me, then so be it. You know, she wasn't that interested or whatever. So I was like, oh, okay. So I gave her my number, and then I never heard back from her. And I was like, what the hell? So Ken was like, oh, you're going to go to church again? And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll probably go again, but I'm not giving her my number again, you know. Says she lost it or whatever. And he's all, oh, okay, whatever, you know. Oh. So we walk in the doors, and I get about 3 steps in the door, and she walks up and she meets me there, and she's like, oh, I lost your phone number, can I get it again? And of course, you know, I said I wasn't going to give it to her, but I was like, yeah, sure, here it is, you know. And so I gave her my phone number again, and then like a few days later, she gives me a call, leaves a message when I was at school, college, and So I was like, okay. And okay, so she's a church girl. She's in the praise band and stuff, right? And so I give her a call, and she answers the phone, and I was like, hey, you want to go do something or whatever, right? And she's all, yeah, sure, what do you want to do? And I couldn't for the life of me think of anything, because where do you take a church girl, right? I mean, you ask her to go to the bar to get a drink, or what do you do? And I was like, oh God. So the only thing I could think of was like, go get a milkshake at Sherry's or something, because I don't know where you take a church girl, you know? And so we went to Sherry's that night, and we had milkshakes, and we talked, man, I don't know, we talked for a long time, probably 3 or 4 hours, and then I took her out to the local lake where we talked even more, and then it was just like the easiest conversation and the easiest person I'd really ever been around. So we started hanging out. We hung out like every day. But the flip side of this is I had already set up plans to move to Belize. And so when I met her, I only had 30 days left in the United States before I moved to Belize. So we spent every day together that 30 days, and then I left and went to Belize. And then Belize they had really, really, really bad internet. You remember when it was like 14.4 dial-up? They had like 6. So I was spending like $100 on these 30-minute internet cards. And by the time I got Hotmail to load up, would type a few emails, and then get them to send, I was basically through my half hour, and I was like, good God, man, this is expensive. So then I started writing multiple email, or I started writing one email to like multiple people, where I would like, the first half of this is for this person, the second half is for this person. And then all right, this gate doesn't look as easy to open or close. Alright, well, maybe we won't go there after all. So anyway, so, I don't know, a while goes by, and then it's been about a year now, or, you know, getting close to a year, and she finally just says, hey, look, are you coming back or not? I mean, I don't know what's going on and everything, and she says, I want you to come back. And I was like, well, you know, I hadn't really thought about what we were doing or anything, and alright, rear brake. Alright, here we go. So I decided I'd come back and we'd give it a shot, and she wanted me to move in with her, and I was like, oh wow, okay. So she hadn't even met my mom really, but they met me at the airport. My mom in November met me at the airport, And then I came back to the States and went back to school, and November and I moved in together. And I don't know, it probably, that was in 2003. Whoa. That was in 2003. And I don't know, it probably took me, to actually propose. I mean, because we had talked about it, but that's not the same as actually proposing. I think I didn't propose till 2006. Whoa, almost ate it. Okay. Ah, damn it. Shit. Alright, there we go. Woo! Alright. Got stuck on the hill there. Oh, okay, so I don't think I proposed until we were on a cruise in 2008 with the rest of her family. Whew, man, that was rough. But I don't know, November, she is one of the easiest persons I have ever been around for me. She's really easy for me to get along with. So, and I'm not afraid to admit that I'm kind of an asshole, so to be able to get along with somebody like that is kind of one of those special things. So it was kind of then I pretty much knew, that she was the one for me when I first met her. Bay Ass Bird. The first 3 years together, it was pretty much. It was a more the engagement was a mere formality, honestly. Because we had kind of always always seemed like we were just going to be together after that. But her grandma and her grandma's sister both had their 50th wedding anniversary celebration on a cruise. And I asked her grandma if while we were there, that if it was okay to share the engagement with the rest of the family. And they were really excited about that, so I proposed on a cruise with 200 of her family and just my mom and my mom's husband. But it was fantastic. It was awesome. And I got to share it with her family, and they really appreciated that, because she was living in Oregon, and they pretty much all live in California, so they didn't get a lot of chance to share things like that with her, so that was good. Alright. Man, it's gorgeous out here right now. Just out here enjoying the ride. Alright, we're gonna ride up here, then I'm gonna get a drink. I'm thirsty. Kind of concentrating through here. Woo! I am dry mouthed. We're gonna get some, there's another bird up here. Okay, got myself a drink. We are in new territory out here. This cow keeps looking at me like, what the hell are you doing back here, man? But, we're gonna see what else is back here. Alright, nice little hill climb right there. This road's nice. Alright, another hill climb. Okay. That was a little out of my comfort level there. We handled it alright. The only thing is everything I go over, I gotta come back. Oh. I am so glad I got that other tire. That'd have been a mess right there. man, this is getting ugly. Alright, well, I think I'm going to go up here and get myself turned around and go back, I think. Starting to get out here, starting to get a little rough. A little bit out of my comfort zone quite yet. Not that great of a rider yet. So, okay, we're going to head back. A quick break. Got some Gatorade. We're going to go try to tackle this ugly spot that we just damn near drove across already. Here we go. Alright, let's get loose. Get up on the pegs here. Hug that tank.